Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rups, and if you didn't guess from the already obvious title, this is a full face first impressions, which is why my face is blank. There is nothing on it. So I thought I would try it out because I bought a few bits over the last month and a half, I would say, of skincare and makeup, both high-ish end and high street drugstore as well. I did buy something that I thought was quite different, and that is the Maison Apple Smoothie Peeling Gel. But it looks like this. This is just the box. And I thought I'd give this a go because I have some dry patches on my cheeks, and I generally feel that when I scrub it, and even if I use some of the best scrubs, it doesn't really get rid of it, and I don't really know what else to do. Let me try something a little bit different. Now, I've seen this kind of product at Body Shop and some various other stores, but I do think it's a little bit of a gimmick because I don't know, maybe they put something in there that it'll pill up and you'll see dead skin, but it's probably actually not dead skin. So I thought I'd give this a go. So without further ado, let's get straight into the skincare. Yeah, so if you can probably, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I've got quite a lot of redness, and you know, my face just looks like because I've not been looking after it. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this. This is a sort of a clearish substance. Looks disgusting. I'm just gonna abide by the instructions and just start working it into my skin. And I'm gonna focus it here because if this actually gets rid of the dry skin that I've got here, then this shit works, because then it's not just a magic trick, which I usually find these kind of things to be. And if I didn't mention already, it has apple something in it, apple extract, which is probably what makes it so fancy. I don't know, didn't know apples were that fancy. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but it is definitely exfoliating. Okay, I think that's all I can get out of it. I'm just gonna go rinse my face and I'll be back. Okay, I don't know if you can tell the difference right off the bat, but it does feel a lot smoother. So I just basically rinsed it off with some warm water. The dry patches definitely, it definitely feels a lot less dry. It feels a little smoother to the touch. I'm just gonna use my Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. This is not new. I'm just gonna put this all over my face because I need some moisturization now. Now that I've just used an exfoliating product, so I'm just gonna press that into my skin. Face does feel really nice. It feels really it feels really smooth. I quite like it. So I'm gonna zoom you guys out a little bit. Right, so I think I should go straight onto the eyes, because even if you've only seen like one video of mine, you'll know I never do my face makeup first, because I'm actually so convinced I'm going to ruin my foundation that I never ever do eyeshadow first. So I bought the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, and I got this because I think it was Love Makeup Shop that had 20 or 25% off, so this was like £22, and I love the first one, so I thought let me give a Venus 2 a go. And then I've got two very cheap options. I got, you know what, I should really open them, shouldn't I? This is the Venus 2. Now, some might argue that this is a really random array of colours, but I think that's what makes the first impressions more fun, because I don't even know what I'm going to do with those colours because they are insane. Then I've got the Primark Eye Candy eyeshadow. Mine looks like it's been in a fight with somebody, but does it look familiar to you guys? Does it look similar to a different brand? Kylie Jenner maybe? I don't know. But being Primark, it's obviously scuffed and bothered and looks like I've used it 75 billion times, and actually this is brand new. So this was, oh, it's still got the price on it, okay. So this was £4.50, guys. So I can't really complain too much because it was only £4.50. Eyeshadow palette, which is the Kiko Milano by Arthur R. Besser. I'm not sure who that is. I will definitely leave a link below to who that person might be. The Active Flow eyeshadow palette, and I'm guessing it's like floor for like fluorescent. And this was, I think this was £6. It might even be cheaper, I can't remember. And it looks like this. This is like a nice plasticky outer casing. and it's got these shades inside, so they're absolutely insane colors. Can't wait to use them. Hopefully they'll be good. And the last eye product I bought was the Mayron metallic powder in the shade Copper. So I'm just going to prime my eyelids off camera, and then I will zoom you guys in closer again so we can start working on the eyes. And just before I do that, I just want to mention that brushes I will be using is the Smoky Eye Set by BH Cosmetics. So I decided to go with the Venus palette by Lime Crime and Primark palette, just because they I just think the colours just go a little bit better together, and I kind of really want to use the Mayron. Oh my god, I've had it for like 10 seconds, I've already scratched it. And I kind of want to use the Mayron metallic powder as well, so I think I'm going to use these two for my eyes today. So to start off with, I'm going to take this sort of bone shade from the Primark palette. And if I didn't mention before, this is called the PS Eye Candy palette. I don't know whether they're limited edition, they never have any information, so I couldn't tell you whether this is limited edition or not. But it's got some really nice tones in there, mainly cool tone, apart from this one quite warm sort of, what colour is this? Sort of camel shade. So I'm just going to take this on my BH Cosmetics #1 brush, which is from that set, and I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. And I'm not going to lie, there isn't much colour payoff. It's not bad, seems to be building okay. I think I'm going to do a warm green smoky eye. What a surprise. So I'm going to take this shade first from the middle of the Primark palette with the exact same brush, and I'm just going to pop that in my crease. Oh, it's a little bit more powdery than the other colour, but it's quite nicely pigmented. I don't know if you can tell, but it's quite nice, and it's blending quite nicely as well. This brush is really good. Oh my god, I love this brush. Look at it. It's so pointy. It's huge. This is everything I wanted the MAC, what number is this? MAC 242 to be. Maybe I made it fluffy myself, I don't know, but I like the point on this better. Let's see what happens after I wash it once. Might lose its pointiness. It's actually not that bad. I quite like that. Then I'm going to take the shade Mustard from the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, and it's exactly what it says, it's mustard. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing and just pop that in my crease. This is significantly more powdery. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just going to do that. I don't know if you could see that, but as I mentioned before, it doesn't matter too much because I have not put any foundation on. That is pigmented as well. That is so pigmented. If you guys don't know, I absolutely adore the first palette. I think it's so nice. So it's really good to see that this one kind of follows suit with the first one, even though it is completely random. But I have to say, I can see a lot of these colours going together. I'm just not sure how to use that periwinkle blue with the rest of the colours. I'm sure I'll work it out. Oh, and if anybody's been writing comments under my videos and it's not showing up and stuff, for some reason my YouTube doesn't give me any notifications, and it doesn't, some of them I don't even see unless I literally go into the back end of it and click likely spam, and then it will show up. And then when I try to reply, it doesn't reply. So please bear with me. I'm not being rude. I know I don't have like tons and tons of comments, but I don't want you guys to think that when you do write something I'm not going to reply, because that's one of my pet peeves on other people's channels. So, you know, don't feel like I'm not replying. I like that. It's blended really nicely. Now I'm going to take a different brush, a smaller brush, and this is the BH Cosmetics #2. And this time I'm just going to take this khaki green colour from the Primark palette, which looks like someone's attacked with, hopefully, their finger. I did spray this with alcohol before I started using it because I just wasn't sure. You just can't tell with Primark. And if you're not from the UK, Primark is a really, really, really inexpensive clothes store. It's a bit like maybe Target or Ross, but it used to be solely just for clothes, and none of it is brand named, on the whole anyway. And they've now branched out to like makeup and accessories and all sorts. Oh my god, wow. You guys couldn't tell, that is pigmented. You know what, I'm not even gonna lie. If this one shade looks good, it would have been worth the £4.50. So if this actually works and the rest of the palette is a complete bust, honestly, for one shadow you get for £4.50, that is still a bargain. And to be fair, the middle shade actually wasn't that bad. But this is really nice. This is blending really, really well, as you can probably tell. I'm just gonna get the other brush that had the mustard on it and just run that over it, just to diffuse it a little bit more. Just to deepen that outer corner a little bit more, I'm gonna take the shade Mud from the Lime Crime Venus 2. And I'm just gonna tuck that a little bit further into the eye, just in the outer V. I'm just gonna do that a little bit closer. How this look got so dark so quick. That was not my intention, but what can you do? I don't know whether to go with the shade Marsh all over my lid or Pigeon. Pigeon looks a lot like Blue Brown Pigment, which is like my favourite everything shade. It's one of those eye looks I look ridiculous until the last minute, I think. She says, hoping that is the case. Right, I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics number 4 brush and I'm going to take Pigeon. Okay, it's not as like bright as I expected it to be, but that's okay. Let's put some Freedom Pro Studio priming water stuff. Let's see if that, oh yeah, there you go. There is that blue brown pigment that I am obsessed with. I don't know, I kind of thought this would be as like pliable as MAC's Blue Brown Pigment, but obviously it's pressed, so it's not quite as smooth, but I'm just gonna try it with my finger. But it's too much work. Stick to the pigment, guys, if you do like this shade, because this is a lot harder to work with. Right, now that was an almost fail, I'm just gonna take the shade Marsh, which is that one, and I'm just gonna pop that in the middle. Okay, this is significantly brighter. Okay, and for the inner corner, I'm going to take the number 6 brush from the same set and take the shade Fly, which is also super powdery, and I'm just going to pop it in my inner corners for now. I did get this from, where did I get this from? I got this from Canada when I went a couple of months ago. And this is the Blur Stick. Now, I have used this a couple of times, but I've never really worn it out and I haven't really laid foundation on top of it. I just keep swiping on to see how my pores look. So I'm going to be trying this out properly with foundation on top today. Oh, it smells horrible. I can smell it. You know what this smells like? It smells like... It smells like old dolls, if that makes sense. Like plastic Barbie dolls from like the 90s. That's what it smells like. It's a really weird smell. But it supposedly doesn't have any silicones in it, so I don't know what the hell that is, and I'm pretty sure Barbies are made of silicone. So they could be lying to us. I don't know, but that smells weird. The smell does go, but it's fine. It's not very nice. Okay, I lied. I can still smell it. Why no one has mentioned the smell? Because it does smell. It smells weird. I don't know if I like that. Okay, let's hope we can cover it up with this. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. Now, this isn't new. And when I say it's not new, it's new to me, but I don't think it's new to humans. Can I say that? Because it's been around for a while. I think it's one of their like staple products. It's a very thick foundation. I don't know if this is going to match me. This is the shade Light Sand. They didn't have very many shades to choose from. I got it from, where did I get it from? I got it from QVC UK. So let's see how I go. I'm going to just put it on half of my face just to see what the coverage is like. Okay, it actually does match me more or less. Let me just have a look. Yeah, it does. Okay, at the moment I don't know how I feel about this foundation. I think it might be a touch too light for me now that I've got it all over my face. But like I said, their shade range was not great. And I'm not going to buy two. I mean, you can kind of tell. But in real life, it's actually not that bad, shade matching wise. It doesn't look bad at all, but I think on camera, it is coming off a lot lighter than it actually is. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is the part I'm most excited for. So I picked up the Urban Decay The Velvetizer, in the shade Translucent, and it claims to be a mixing medium. I think the whole purpose of this is to blur your pores. So today I'm going to use it as a setting powder to see if my pores do get blurred out, because right now I can see them. This is serious. This is like, wow, I'm very impressed. It really does give your skin a really nice finish. I would say do not use it with a already matte foundation like I have, because I'm now starting to see where my foundation kind of grabbed, and you might be able to see as well, like the coverage isn't that great. So I don't think I'm actually a massive fan of this foundation. To go straight onto bronzer. Now I'm a bit scared because I probably shouldn't have powdered my entire face, because this is the, what's it called? The Aqua Infused Blush and Bronzer in the shade Bronzed Peach by e.l.f. And I got this from Superdrug in the UK. I believe you can get it from like Target and various other stores in America. But it looks like this. And if you press down on it, it kind of like moves. It's like a putty. So I don't really know. Is this a cream? Is this, I don't know what this is. So I'm going to put this on my face. I've already done swatches of it, but I've not used it on my face yet. And I'm putting it over powder, so if this doesn't perform well, I'm not going to blame this. It's going to be entirely my fault. For powder bronzer, I'm going to use the new, let's zoom you out a little bit, it's a bit too close. I'm going to use the NARS Board de Plage. Sorry if you are French and you happen to be watching this and I've pronounced that absolutely incorrectly, but I tried. But anyway, it's their new bronzing and highlighting palette. I think this is limited edition. I got mine from John Lewis, and it comes with their new versions of their bronzers. So this doesn't mean that they've discontinued Laguna or Casino. It just means that they've got a different sort of formula for them. That's also an option. And as far as I'm aware, this is a much more of a lighter wash of color as opposed to like a really strong bronze. So I'm gonna take the shade Laguna, which doesn't look like it's coming off on my brush. It's definitely lighter. I think I might need like a stiffer brush. One sec. I think Casino looks a little bit better. If you're a deeper skin tone and you've been using Casino, I don't think this version of Casino will show up necessarily, but it's really nice. It's a really nice wash of color. Now I'm just going to take the blush from the e.l.f. Duo and just press that into my skin. That is so pigmented. Looks a little bit, I don't know, I like it. It's not bad. It really melts into your skin. This video is all over the place. I'm going to actually do my eyeliner now because I forgot that my eyes look absolutely crazy. And I'm going to take the Lottie London Wing Woman Felt Tip Liner. I think I bought this because it was 3 for 2 in Superdrug. So how do you open this? Finally got this open, and this is, yeah, this is in the shade black. Obviously I'm gonna end up comparing this to the Kat Von D. Ooh, I like this eyeliner, it is good. Okay, that is a definite winner for me. And I think it was only like $1.99 or $2.50, something like that. It was cheap as so if that lasts a fairly long time and it doesn't dry out and stuff, I'll 100% recommend it because that is really nice. It looks really, really good. I haven't got anything for my eyebrows, so I'm just gonna do my brows off camera as well. So I'm just gonna take the Mayron Copper Metal Liquid Powder thing, and I'm just gonna get a really tiny angle brush. Looks like I've just mixed it with Inglot Duraline. You can use any sort of mixing medium, that's just the one I've got and I quite like. I'm just gonna add a little bit more copper to this. Ooh, I really like it. I think for a metallic finish, I think this is really good. I really like that. New liquid lipsticks. I've got 3 Morphe ones in the shades Fancy Pants, Unsettled, and Brunch, which I'll show you in a sec. And I've got the Jeffree Star Flamboyant. And this one is I don't know which one would really go, but I'm pretty sure it's not this. Because this is like that. No, that would not go. But this is like a sort of metallic liquid lipsticks, and it smells like strawberry fizzy sweets. Yeah, it's like the strawberry fizzy sweets by Haribo. That's what it smells like. So we have got 3 nudes, 3 shades. This one is Unsettled, this one is Brunch, and this one is Fancy Pants. I think I'm gonna mix Fancy Pants and Brunch together because I think that would look better with my eyeshadow. They smell nice. It's very it's very lightly fragranced, like it smells like cake, but it's a very light scent, and it feels like the Ofra liquid lipstick. So if anyone's tried that, that's what this one feels like. That's dried pretty quickly. I'm just going to spray some MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Ooh. That wasn't a first impression, I've used that before, I really like it. Okay, so this is the final look with all my new products that I've bought. Just as a roundup, like just off the top of my head, the things that I don't think I like is definitely the Tarte Light Sand foundation. I mean, I'll definitely try this with a brush and maybe try it with a little bit of oil or something to kind of just thin it down a little bit and make it a little bit more dewy because it's just too drying for my face. So I'm gonna give that a go because it's so highly raved about. I refuse to let this finish me. No, I will give that a go. But I will say the standout performers, and there's 2 of them, is the, I'll put it back in the box, is the Urban Decay Velvetizer and the Lottie London eyeliner. This is so black and so matte. I really, really like this. And I'm pretty obsessed with this too as a setting powder. But stay tuned because I will definitely be doing a video using this as a mixing medium. As for the rest of the stuff, I think all of them have applied really well. They all look really nice. But other than that, I really actually like everything I've bought so far. Thank you for watching. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see or if there's any products that you'd like me to try. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell down below so you get a notification every time I upload a video. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.